I am doing a 2013 Volvo XC90. Okay, so we were able to read vehicle. This is our vehicle. So now we want to connect to this vehicle. You have to go in and remove remote controls. You cannot add anymore. So we've got a remote control that works now. We're happy. The auction's going to be happy. All right, good morning, Noble. It's good 70 degrees here in Richmond, Virginia. Monday it was 20, so that's how we stay sick here. I am doing a 2013 Volvo XC90. I don't think anybody's ever seen these, but you're going to see how easy they are. First thing you have to do, and the hardest part of this, is just getting everything set up. So the first thing you have to do is go to volvotechinfo.com and get your subscription. So we're going to check that, configure VIDA subscription. And then we're going to do VIDA. It's the only drop down you got. Start. All right, we want to get one. You can buy multiple licenses. Probably smart. I don't do a ton of these. You could get 10 now, pay for them all. They don't expire or anything. You just activate one at a time. It's probably not a bad idea. All right, so I don't know what these are, but I just always add them all. It's like $10 extra. So then we're going to calculate price. $82. That's just the start. All right, we're going to add that to basket. We're just going to check out like any other website. So it comes to $93 here. I charge $750 for these, and the reason is you're going to be a good $250 into it. Then you just go down through here. Once you're logged in, your information will be saved. So blah blah blah. I think this one saves a credit card. Yeah, it does. And then when you do them later, it doesn't. So have your credit card handy with you. So this is our subscription to be able to use VIDA, and it gives us the ability to do that for 3 days. All right. Now, if you don't know how to do it, you can go down the bottom here. How to activate your VIDA subscription. Now we have to activate it, and you can click on that, and it'll pull up a little video, and you can scroll through here. VIDA admin, so you know, blah blah blah. You can do that. But basically what we want to do is I have a little bookmark down here called VIDA admin, so we're going to open that up. Oh, that's crap. Alright, so we're going to log in, and where the hell is that? I'm going to log in, I'll be back in a second. Okay, I just logged in. So now what you're going to go do is up here at the top, you're going to go to subscription. Now we have one. See right there? These are the ones I've done. Right there. We've got one available license. So you'll click there. And then over here, I want to add a user. So I'm going to add a user. I'm going to save it. Okay, so now the user's been added. And I think that's all we got to do here. Oh, computers. Is this computer on it? No, this computer isn't on it. I think we're okay. Let's see. So then the next step you're going to do is open up VIDA, the actual app, which you'll have on your desktop, and log in here. And if we did it wrong, it's going to kick us out right here. Application authentication in progress. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. I got the wrong computer, so I need to get the right computer, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back in here, and we're going to go to subscription. We're gonna go to that first one we had. Our users already added, and now we got computers. Why is it not added? I don't know what that means. All right, so let's go back over here. Subscriptions. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, we need to add the computers. Okay, so you're gonna go to, when you come into VIDA admin, subscription, click on your subscription. You gotta activate it right here. So activate it, save. And then you got to add yourself as a user. Okay, so now we can go here and log in, and this should go step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, application authentication. Login failed, so I did something wrong. Won't let you see the password. All right, step 3, step 4, step 5. Okay, that's where we want to be. Okay, and something super important. You have, this is our key we're using here. This is the Volvo remote flip key. All right. If your key doesn't have this information right here, throw it away. It's no good, you can never use it. You have to have this seed ID because it's gonna ask us later to input that. So now what we need to do is get our key code, and we go back to the internet, and we're gonna go back to Volvo and just go home. All right, and then we're gonna go to key codes. You need your ID. Where's mine? Nope, not that one, that one. I like to keep it handy here. Paste. All right, when I first got here, what I did was I got the VIN number. Oh, it's on the other computer. Dang it. I didn't have to swap the computers anyway. Well, all right, so we're just gonna type that VIN number in here. And so that is YV4952 Charlie Zebra 1 Delta 1633960. Volvo key codes cost $5. Don't even waste your time trying to fucking pick a lock. No thanks. All right, passcode is 84418. If you don't have NASA, if you don't have NASA, if you are picking these locks. All right, $5. Continue to checkout. Yes, use my name, use my billing address, use my payment methods. Is it going to be in there? Yeah, it is. All right. So now we're pushing right at $100 in subscriptions, plus the key. You can get these keys wherever you want. It doesn't matter. They don't have to be OEM. This one isn't. Just as long as they're new. All right, submit order. And then we'll snap a picture of this bad boy when it comes back. We do have to submit NASTF. All right, so key code. We got it. And I'm gonna cut the key. If you don't know how to cut a key, well, you know how to cut keys. So I'm gonna cut this key and then we'll get started on the rest of the process. All right, you see we got our jumpers hooked up. We wanna maintain good voltage throughout this process. You can use a maintainer if you got a good battery, of course. Ooh. All right, that was weird. Ignition stuck. All right, make sure you got the car awake. Not a lot of room in this guy. Come on, what's going on? That's how it's gonna be. Okay, so of course you need your laptop and you need your pass-through device. That doesn't matter what you use. I use Easy Flasher. I have a Cardac 3, which honestly is faster, but I don't know, Easy Flasher seems to work fine. So you're gonna do the old, where's the OBD port shuffle, and you're gonna find it very easily. I like to put my pass-through up where I can see what's going on with it. And then the rest of this is very straightforward. You know, if you just want to take notes as we're going through it, you're gonna go back, you're gonna pull up VIDA, all right? So you're gonna go to connected vehicles and you're going to say, you're gonna check your pass-through device here. It was on VCM, which is Volvo's pass-through. We want to check Easy Flasher, and then we're going to read the vehicle. This isn't always the fastest process, so you got to give it some time. Okay, so we were able to read vehicle. This is our vehicle. So now we want to connect to this vehicle. All right, so one thing you got to do is see if this, I don't know why, but you have to select this, if it's all-wheel drive or not. So we're going to go see what it says. It's always going to say it on the back. So you can see this is an all-wheel drive transmission. I don't know why that has placed such a part, but you have to check it. So there we go. We're going to do all-wheel drive. Then we're going to connect. We're going to sit back and relax. It's going to do this readout. It's going to go through a lot of stuff. Just let it happen. Okay, so it wants us to turn the ignition on. All right, continue. Wonderful alarm. I would close the window because usually it's 25 degrees this time of year, but maybe I could roll down the windows. That might be nice. Get some airflow through here. All right, right now it's connecting to all the modules. These alarms don't last very long, so sorry about that. But you just gotta wait before it runs through all this modules. I'm at the auction right now, so they're trying to sell this hunk of junk. If I said earlier, you're gonna want to charge at least $750 for these in an all keys lost situation. 700 maybe. Doesn't really, the price doesn't change if you're adding a key or doing all keys lost. This process we're doing right here is pretty much the same process for proxes, just adding transponder keys, flip keys. It doesn't matter. You're always going to use VIDA on Volvo. I see people doing it other ways, man, pulling modules, and it's just crazy, man. Spend the money on VIDA and charge what you need. Let's see, you're going to have $250 into it when it's all said and done. We'll add it up in a minute. You don't have to charge $750. I think the dealer charges $750, so in an all keys lost, you can get away with that because they have to tow it there. $700, $650, you're still making $400. It's not bad. And if you're like me, you will be the only person in your area that even gets close to these. Most of the other people will tell them you can't do it. All right, vehicle readout is complete, so we're going to close that. Now what you want to do is go to software installation. All right, and then go to all and just type key. So this, after we've done the readout, it knows what key softwares we need. We need the ignition key application. We need the remote key application. We have to buy both of these because we're going to be programming the transponder and then the remote. It's actually cheaper to do a prox subscription wise because you only have to buy the one subscription for the prox. If you're just doing a transponder, it's cheaper to do a transponder. You'll never use this to add a transponder key. You can just clone those. So, but if you're, or to do an add a key, it's always all keys lost when you're using this. So the first thing we want to do is buy the ignition key application. Go through this process. I don't have my wallet on me. Give me a second to go get that. I don't know why, but for some reason it saves the credit card information on most of these, but not this. Okay, so now you gotta put in your login. Oh, and they are different logins. for each one. All right, so we're gonna add that software to cart. Okay, so this one's 45, so let's see, we're about 100. I'd say we're about 145 into it. Continue to check out. Same as earlier, just check the little box and it'll auto populate. This is where it doesn't save the, yeah, see, it doesn't save it here. So, I don't know why. So, we'll punch in our numbers. One thing you got to know on this, when you're entering in your credit card, it doesn't tell you, but you have to put the 4-digit year. I don't know why. Okay, so order's complete. So let's close. You got to close this screen out. When you go back, you'll see this is going to change here. Retrieve. All right. So order reference is, I just put a 1 there. It doesn't matter. It's for your reference. Now we're going to download here. We're ordering it. We're downloading it. All right. Oh, I hope you guys use this to make a lot of money, man. These are, I actually really enjoy these jobs. Okay, we've got it downloaded. Now we need to install it. So the CEM, that's what we're programming to. Whenever you read about Volvos, it's the guys pulling the CEMs out and doing all this EEPROM work to them. And I'm just like, why? Why? I feel like you have to charge more money to do it that way. All right, you know something's working because it set the alarm off. Great. Listen to that again. All right, so now it's trying to get the CEM module, the CEM Central Electric module into normal operating mode. It takes a minute. It's just doing a countdown. We're almost done programming the key. Once the key is programmed, if that works good, we'll go back in and program the remote. So now we just wait 30 more seconds. All in, if you're rolling, I mean, this is a 30-minute job. First time you do it, it'll take an hour. Especially if you have your subscriptions purchased already and you can just start by activating it and then just opening up VIDA, hop in the car. I mean, you can see once we're in the car, it doesn't take much time at all. Like, I think all we do is we gotta wait here and then we're gonna program our key, our transponder. Okay, we have 3 keys on there. So we're gonna start programming, add key. The ignition key is programmed correctly. Okay, let's hide this. Now we have 4 keys, okay. Sometimes these don't always work the first time. Man, this one is a piece of junk. This is good old International key supply. Oh my God. Oh. So this ignition might be screwed up. Give me 1 second. All right, ignition was a little sticky and my International key supply, key solutions key just completely fell apart. So they're not cheap, so I will be sending this back because it is virtually impossible to put back together. So we'll put this back in the bag and send that sucker back. Cutting a new one now, we're gonna program it because we're still in programming mode. All right, so like I said, we had a key that was so bad, or the ignition was so bad I had to clean it up a little bit. So it's okay though. So we can just add another key because we didn't close this out. Once you close this out, you're done. So don't close it out until you're sure everything is good. All right, so we got this key programmed. We're gonna hit okay. It should say 5. We're gonna hide this. Now we got 5 keys. All right, let's take this off, take it out, put it back in. Okay, we got a car that's starting. Step 1's done. All right, so now we're confident. Once you exit here, to program keys again, you have to repurchase the subscription. I'm confident we got a key that works. We're good. So I'm gonna exit. Now, step 2. Actually, just let it finish here. It's gonna do some more work in the background here. It's gotta close some stuff out. So just let it ride. And then we get to go buy another subscription. All right, basically it's going through and closing all the modules out. It's resetting everything. Software has been downloaded. Basically it got everything back out of programming mode. So we're done, 100%, click OK. Good to go. All right, now back over here where it once said retrieve, because we paid for that subscription and we got it, now it's gonna go back to order. Boom. So now we wanna go key. All right, so we already did this one. Now we gotta get our remote programmed. So I think this one went up to $72. Let's see if it's gone up anymore. They just keep jacking this stuff up, man. It's crazy. I hope I don't have to log in again. Purchase software. Yes, I want to purchase software. Come on. My internet's pretty horrible here. I might have to go grab my hotspot. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my hotspot. All right, so now if the customer didn't want to pay for the extra $5.50, you can just make them a normal key and we'd be done. We'd have to purchase this subscription. So this one's $72 now. So we were $145. So now we're about $215. We'll say $220. Continue to check out. That's not including the cost of the key. Those keys you can get aftermarket for $30 to $50. So yeah, it used to be about $250, but they upped the price on this subscription right here, which is literally using this one time, $72. So now you're really at about if you go to IKS or one of those, maybe Sean will get them cheaper. You're gonna be $50. I think they're like 40 something. So yeah, you're still at $260, man. It's a lot of money. All right, so now I gotta re-enter my credit card. All right, now we've purchased that. Second subscription, this is going to change to retrieve. All right, so we're going to retrieve it and then it's going to download it over here. How does the seat not go back anymore? I guess because it's busted. Oh, damn it. All right, so order reference, just put something in there. It doesn't matter unless you want to keep track of it. It's really up to you. That's going to download, and I'm going to just figure out why the hell I can't go back on my seat. Because the seat is down here. Okay, we're back. We've downloaded the remote key part, which is our remote head key. This is not programmed at the same time as the key transponder is. So yeah, now we wait. All right, so now it's back to like the same we did earlier. We got to wait a minute. This is for the UEM, the upper electronic module. It just wants to get into operating mode. I don't know what that means, but we wait a minute. I think this one we got to put the seed and the ID in. About to find out. It's kind of like the old Subarus where you put the code in and that's really it. You don't actually do anything to the remote. As you can see, these are not difficult. As long as you know how to do it. If you can press numbers on a computer, you can do it. Press buttons on a computer, you can do Volvos pretty easy. I mean, it's one of the easiest jobs there is. Just sitting around. Okay, so now we have the options of add remote, remove remote, or exit. If you exit here, you're buying it again. You're buying a subscription again. So we're gonna add one. Okay, so we're gonna take this out and we have to put this code in. So long code is this one, short code is this one. As you can see here, 2 identification codes programmed, a code with 16 characters for example, and a code with 8 characters. Uppercase capital letters must be used when entering the code, so just put cap locks on. Only enter the letters and numbers, not the punctuation, so not the dashes. All right, so we're gonna go with the long code. O's are always 0. All right, there's no O's and there's no I's. 0, 5 Alpha 0 3 Edward 6 Delta Alpha 5 Charlie Charlie 9 4 Charlie 2. Damn it, come on. I didn't have cap locks on. 0 5 Alpha 0 3 Edward 6 Delta Alpha 5 Charlie Charlie 9 4 Charlie 2. Some of this stuff you'd be like, whatever, don't need to read that, but man, it's pretty important stuff. All right, so 079, because we're doing the, hope y'all can see this, the ID, that's your second one. And we're gonna put in 079 Charlie 8 5 Alpha 7. Now 1 and 2 are blacked out. We could go in back and remove those, but why? So we're just gonna go to number 3, click on that. Now that was supposed to add it. So we're gonna put our key back in, turn on the ignition, turn it off, get out. Sometimes you gotta give these a second to work. Wouldn't have been a bad idea for me to check and see if the remote works, if we have function. Let's crank the car. I'm just gonna double check and see if I have RF on this. Okay, like I said, sometimes it just takes a second because we're literally pushing the remote seed codes into the upper electronic module. So sometimes it takes a second. I turn the ignition on and off, start the car a few times. If none of that works, just put it back in on the next number. If all those numbers, all right, so let's look here. So if all these numbers are filled, which 1 through 4 are filled on here, if all of them are filled, you have to go in and remove remote controls. You cannot add anymore. So we've got a remote control that works now. We're happy. The auction's gonna be happy. And we're gonna roll these windows up and leave this place. I got an Audi A7 to do, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow because the doors are locked. I don't feel like picking it. So we'll be back tomorrow.